even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
We Brutii are the only true Romans. We saved Rome. We drove out the kings. We made the Republic. The family deserve respect for that. Respect and obedience. We know what is best for Rome. New lands, living space, territory, slaves. I know what must be done. The Greeks, they look down their perfumed noses at all Romans, and they hate us. I'm going to give them a reason for hate. When I've crushed them. Roman steel, that's the answer. Roman steel in the Brutii fist. And the other great Roman families. The Scipii, trash. They have no respect for proper Roman ways. For us, the Julii prostitute themselves as if the people mattered. Bah. We Brutii must lead Rome.
What does it mean to be Roman? What makes us stand above all other peoples? Is it our bravery in the heat of battle? I say not. For the barbarian dares to attack us, knowing he will lose. Is it our piety, that we worship the true gods and earn their favor by our offerings? I say not. The Greeks too make great offerings to their gods, who are not so different to our own. Perhaps it is our worldliness, that we turn a profit in foreign lands. Again, I say not. Phoenician merchants are to be found in every port across the known world, and bring great wealth to Carthage. To be Roman is to exhibit all these qualities. Yet above all, it requires another: obedience. To submit to just laws is the supreme Roman virtue, through which each man's selfish actions are combined into a perfect, unmatchable whole. Senators, I, Cornelius Scipio, ask you today to support a war that will bring Roman rule to new lands, that their peoples might understand true virtue, and the wealth of our citizens increase. The Roman way, above all others, is supreme. It is our duty and our destiny to bring it to the world.
The Greeks could rule the world. Alexander did. He took a Greek army to the far Indus. There was nothing left to conquer. The world was his. But Alexander is dead. His empire is gone. And so we live in evil days. The free men of Greece have turned on each other instead of their proper enemies, those who envy all the Greeks have done. Alexander must weep if the dead weep. I would weep in his place, but I would also hope. The world turns. What was may come again. The fates still spin the web of men's lives. So Perhaps the gods wish Greeks to be great again. Perhaps a new Alexander will take up the sword. Bring order where there is chaos. Remake the world of men to a better plan. Perhaps.
I have been in the service of Pharaoh for many, many years. It is my task to write down all that is decided. My father did this before me, and his father before him. We have faithfully recorded and seen much. Pharaoh is our lord and master. He is Horus reborn, and will be Osiris in the afterlife. All of Egypt lives and dies by his divine wish. And this is as it should be. We are his children. Pharaoh loves us all. We would conquer the world so that all can know his wise rule. Even if Pharaoh did not ask this, we would do it. His enemies will be struck down. Night and darkness will take them. The sands will be stained red. All this will come to pass, for Pharaoh has decreed it. So it is written. So shall it be.
I had a terrible dream. I saw Carthage in ruins. Our temples defiled, dead treasures scattered over the sands. And the terrible cries of our women moved the gods to tears. My son, sit with me a while, that I might tell you of our city. For soon her safety will be entrusted to you. We Phoenicians are a civilized people. Ours is a peaceful way, the rule of law and the pursuit of commerce. As traders and settlers, we have brought wealth to many distant shores. Yet, in strengthening our colonies, we have stretched ourselves thin, and now, as I look out from our beloved Carthage, I see her surrounded by many dangers. The Celts and Iberians, thieving tribes who live to raid our rich towns. Bloodthirsty Numidians, unpredictable as the desert winds. The Greeks, so like ourselves, yet foreign in all their values. And worst of all, the black-hearted Romans, bane of all who encounter them. Study these peoples and their stratagems of war, my son. Be ready. Do not let this old man's dream come to pass.
The desert is ours. It is my home. Invaders come here, but they do not leave. They do not understand the desert. They do not understand how it gives life, or how it kills. So they die, and we grow stronger. The dead, now, the dead, cannot pass on their newfound wisdom. So invaders keep coming, keep trying to take our lands and our wealth. But then wealth flows through this land. And if our people have one failing, it is the love of wealth. It is sweeter than water. It is more powerful than the sword. For any sword can be turned aside with a gold coin. Gold will buy 1,000 warriors. And 1,000 warriors, why, they are the start of an empire.
Before my grandfather's grandfather was born, this was our land. These are good places. Our gods live here, in the trees and rivers. They watch over us. We are happy. We hunt. We love. We have families, homes, a good life. But sometimes we must fight. The Romans disturb the gods. They burn the forests. They take what is ours, wives, children, land. And the Romans talk of how they will help us and protect us. They put us to sleep with golden promises. When we wake, all we had is gone, stolen. They take our sons and turn them into little Romans. Ha! So we fight to keep what is ours. What must stay ours. There can be no peace. No peace with Romans, men of stone and iron and lies. There can be only war.
There are many who think themselves entitled to our lands. Assyrians, Persians, and Macedonians have all coveted this mountain paradise between two seas, Black and Caspian, and have past times taken it by force. No doubt the Romans will try to do likewise. Often have we tasted the bitter fruit of defeat and occupation, only to rise up and reclaim our independence when the power of our oppressors waned. Is this the cycle of subjugation and liberty the only destiny of the Armenian people? Or can we challenge fate and conquer those who seek to conquer us? A new wind is blowing through the Armenian highlands. It carries seeds of hope.
We live in uncertain times. Our Carthaginian neighbors court our favor as they gain strength under the formidable and ambitious Hannibal. In Iberia, never-ending wars amongst the tribes grow ever more bloody. To the east, the Ptolemaics eye our lands and seek to reclaim the glory of the pharaohs. And from the trembling lips of frightened sailors, word reaches us of a new and terrible empire, desperate for plunder and slaves, and raised on an army of blood-red soldiers. Yet, even at this dark hour, we have the strength to stand first amongst all powers. None but a Numidia could survive in our desert home, and all who would try to take it from us have perished. There is no hardship we cannot weather. Let the whole world be engulfed by the coming storm of war.
We are children of the steppe. Our territories are vast, desolate, and home to many tribes, but a place where none truly thrive. None save the Scythians. The Greeks have noticed our greatness, and before long, all the world will tremble at our name. It is Scythia that history will remember, and it is Scythians who will escape the endless horizon and crash down upon the world like a great wave, sweeping all before it. For the Scythians, the time to realize our destiny is now. Let every man and woman saddle their horse, take up their bow, and ride to the ruin of the civilized world.
Our ancestors first daubed the walls of caves with images of the hunt. We Iberians have been great artists. Silverware, pottery, sculpture, or textiles. There is no material in which we do not create beauty. Yet, there is one art above all, of which our tribes are masters without equal. War. From the fastness of our mountain homes, skirmishers ambush our foes. Across the fertile plains, our cavalry raid their heartlands. In the halls of the gods themselves, great champions proclaim their arrival. There are none better honed for war than the people of Spain.
Stand at the crossroads of history. The Greeks and Romans beckon, promising prosperity if we submit to their rule. Deceivers. They want riches only for themselves. Are we so meek that we desire nothing more than to toil in their fields? Sell them our children and die in their wars? Are we not a warrior race, whose war cries stir the vaults of heaven, and whose blades stain the oceans red? Brothers, There is only one path that we can follow. War is our guide. War is our destiny, and the greatest of all man's endeavors. Let Greeks and Romans cower before us. Let them hand over their treasure, their wine, and their lands. Let every man of Thracian blood make ready. Take up your falcons. Bid farewell to your wives, and do not return until there is nothing left to conquer.